talking about engineering ethics. For real this time.
Engineering has exigent stuff based by the course service of people.
No, engineering ethics is not just feelings. Here's the thing. The heavy responsibility that comes with technical knowledge.
허무하스피터 대출과 뭐가차이 야우키사이.
Yep, or forced death. Or corporate damage control. Justified, but really, it's a judgment framework for preventing accidents. And a system of professional accountability. Engineers build things that ordinary people can't see inside. Bridge strength calculations. Medical device firmware. Banking systems. Web services that hold personal data. AI decision systems. Login. Payment. Ordering systems. Infrastructure operations.
Right, choose start viewing start to start and outside. Say I
Exactly! So society has no choice but to trust engineers. Engineering ethics is the rule that protects that trust. Basically, it exists because of an information asymmetry.
The user can't read it to code. Whether it's chat or server places local. They can't put a standard to the us.
Yep. So the weight falls on the engineer. Right? At the center of engineering ethics is one rule. Public first.
Public watch does that's on a name.
The public means everyone affected by the technology. Not just direct users, service users, nearby residents, future users. People whose data is on the system. People hurt if it malfunctions. People who can't even understand the risk yet.
Should tell just look at the client or don't toy. Can you?
Exactly. Engineers work touches society at large. And here's where feeling stops working. Safety isn't an emotion. It's about risk, scale of damage, probability, and accountability. Engineering isn't be a nice person. It's how do you decide when something gets dangerous? And the questions are surprisingly concrete. First question, am I actually qualified to do this? Engineers should only work inside their real range of competence. The Japanese ethics code and Dan SP, we both say this explicitly. Taking ability and shipping a dangerous design. That's a clear ethics violation. Second question, am I describing the facts honestly? Reports and explanations have to be objective and based on real data. I.e., he puts it the same way. Claims and estimates must be honest and realistic.
So hard and tensions in quest
Yep, saying probably fine as it's fine. That's an ethics issue. Third question, can I stop the project when it turns dangerous? This is the heaviest one. NSP, he says it clearly. If your professional judgment is overruled and the public is at risk, escalate to the employer, the client, or the proper authority if needed. IE also requires you to disclose risks promptly.
Show engineering ethics thinks or it's accusing to push back.
Exactly. Even when someone's pressuring you to ship something unsafe.
But because you stay with or without that's on us.
No. Real law is the flow, not the standard. Engineering ethics is the professional standard set above the law. For example, designs that are legal but quietly harm users. Data use that's allowed in the terms, but goes way past what users actually understand. Exploiting a system gap that isn't explicitly forbidden. Risky operations that only become illegal after an accident. Here's the thing. Law usually catches up after the harm. But engineers can see the danger before it happens.
So then you get rid of that's paradise, but they have to know where you side.
Yep. It doesn't replace the law. It catches what the law misses.
That is you built it with potentials. That's fine, busy jack.
Intent doesn't excuse outcome. What gets weighed is responsibility for the result. For example, it seemed useful. It was fun to try. I didn't mean for it to be misused. I thought everyone would benefit. I just wanted to see if I could. These are understandable as motives, but they don't justify ignoring third-party risk.
So I meant well. Did it complete the steps?
Right? You also have to think about who carries the risk once your tech is out there. Engineering ethics used to be mostly about bridges and machines. But software is now full on social infrastructure. Authentication, payment, personal data, healthcare and government systems, social networks, AI security research, self-driving cars, ordering systems, APIs, even small CLI tools. The ACM Code of Ethics covers this directly. It applies to research, requirements, design, and implementation, testing, deployment to maintenance, and even decommissioning.
So it's not just the moment you hurt yourself. It's the nuisance and advantage they are to handle loss.
Yep. The question isn't, does it run? It's, does it run safely, transparently, and accountably? Now let's look at the 4 classic patterns where engineering ethics gets tested. Pattern A. You knew there was danger and stayed quiet. This one's the textbook violation. Knowing about a bug, a security hole, insufficient strength, a data leak risk, and staying quiet because of deadlines or profit. That's enough feelings. That's hiding risks from the public. Pattern B. Overestimating your own ability. Building in a domain you don't really understand. Implementing authentication without grasping the security model. Rolling your own crypto. Shipping medical or financial systems with thin verification. The ethics question isn't, can I do this? It's, is my actual ability and verification enough for this domain? Pattern C. Pushing risks the user can't understand. It's in the terms, so it's fine. They tapped agree on the tiny font, so it's fine. The UI tricked them, but consent was technically given. We didn't really explain how their data is used.
そのconsent is always a nice visit.
Right? The expert understands the risk. The user doesn't. Pushing that risk onto the user is dangerous. Pattern D. I can do it, so I'll do it. Reverse engineering someone else's service. Hitting a private API that wasn't published. Pay policy publishing a vulnerability. Loading other people's systems with your traffic. Releasing tools that are obviously easy to abuse. Engine ethics draws the line between can do and should do. To stop engineering ethics from being just a vibe, here's a checklist. 1. Who is affected? Users, third parties, future users, society as a whole. 2. In the worst case, what damage happens? Money loss, physical harm, data leaks, reputational damage, social disruption. 3. Do I really understand that risk? If not, I should ask someone who does. 4. Am I being honest with users and stakeholders? Or am I quietly hiding the inconvenient parts? 5. Am I working past the edge of my own ability? Am I pushing into a dangerous domain on momentum alone? 6. Are my employer's interests in conflict with the public? 7. If something is unsafe, can I stop it, report it, or propose an alternative?
個人にあるとしたdocument what got
Yup. Engineering ethics isn't a sermon. It's a thinking procedure that prevents accidents. Engineering ethics isn't about engineers being good people.
Then not as if exactly.
It's the rule that lets engineers earn the trust society places in them. With public safety first. Admit the limits of your ability. Explain risks honestly. And stop the things that are dangerous. That's engineering ethics.
承諾するは朝日の下叩け
Exactly. Technology is powerful, but you're strong. It hurts people. engineers don't just have the power to build things. They also have the